Pistol squats are great, but if you really want to take your calisthenics lower body training to another level, give the shrimp squats a try. Shrimp squats are inherently a little bit more challenging for a couple of reasons. The first being that with your arm and leg behind you, your center of gravity shifts back a little bit, which naturally makes your squatting leg have to work harder than having more weight forward in front of you. They're also a little bit more of a stability exercise, and seeing as you use strength for stability, you're using your arm and your leg that's getting all tied up, and anytime you take a limb and lock it down in place, you're inherently creating a slightly more unstable environment that your working leg has to now work even harder to stabilize your body as a whole. So even though these are great, I don't recommend just jumping into shrimp squats willy-nilly, even if you can do loads of pistol squats, because the movement and the alignment of everything can be a little bit funky, and you want to go into it in a gradual, progressive style. The first tip that I recommend is employ some sort of upper body assistance, grabbing onto something very sturdy with your non-squatting arm, or the arm that's not holding the other leg up behind you. Grabbing something that you can both help to stabilize yourself and slightly pull yourself up and out of the bottom position. This is also something you can progress a couple of different ways. One is the closer your hand is to the torso, the more resistance you're going to have on the squatting leg. Also, you can vary the height of what you're grabbing onto. Using something like the Bodyweight Master from Dragon Door, you can adjust the height of the bar that you're using, and the lower the bar is, the less assistance you can use with that arm, and therefore make the squatting leg work harder still. The second thing you want to pay attention to is the alignment of both of your legs and your torso as a whole. It's natural for a lot of folks when they stand on one leg to kind of get all wonky and tilt their pelvis to the left or to the right when they're doing anything on a single leg. This in turn can create a misalignment in the knees, the hips, the lower back, and create all sorts of problems. Thankfully, the shrimp squat is actually a good way to learn about this alignment because the non-squatting leg acts as a bit of a plumb line to teach you if your hips or torso are out of alignment. Also, do bear in mind that your femur of your squatting leg is going to have a slight inward orientation with some internal rotation as well to take stress off the knee. I recommend the first workout that you do with this, don't worry too much about range of motion. Don't worry about getting the other knee closer to the floor. Of course, you don't want to let it bang or strike onto the floor, coming down under control. Put a yoga block or something underneath that non-squatting leg to adjust your range of tension within the exercise. Also, keep your repetitions relatively short as well. Single reps are a good place to start with, starting with shrimp squats, progressing to doubles, triples, and then once you can get 3 or 4, then you can add reps and do them for regular straight sets as you would with any other leg exercise. If you have any questions on the shrimp squat, leave them down below. I also put a little bit of a shrimp squat warm-up and workout strategy down below in the doobly-doop as well. Till then, be fit, live free.